Board of Commissioners General Session. Today is November 23rd, 2021, and we'll begin with the Pledge of Allegiance led by Commissioner O'Grady.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. As a reminder, this is a public meeting and is being recorded. For those calling in, please ensure that you have muted your phone line by pressing *6. Thank you for your cooperation. Is there a motion to approve the minutes of November 16, 2021 general session and the November 18, 2021 briefing session?
So moved.
Seconded.
Moved and seconded and voting. Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Thank you. The minutes have been approved.
Thank you. First is the engineer. We have a public hearing. Can the clerk please read the public hearing notice?
Resolution regarding the establishing, altering, and widening of the Leonard Park Subdivision Drainage Improvement Project, Mifflin Township, Franklin County, Ohio. Viewed engineer to file plans as necessary.
Oh, okay. Yes, it's my turn. I'd like to open, pardon me. I'd like to open up the public hearing for this resolution. Is there anyone here in the audience or on the phone who'd like to speak on this public hearing? All right, we have no speaker slips, so seeing that there are none, I'd like to close the public hearing and have the clerk read the resolution into the record.
Resolution number 91321, establishing, altering, and widening of the Leonard Park Subdivision Drainage Improvement Project, Mifflin Township, Franklin County, Ohio. Viewed engineer to file plans as necessary.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning.
My name is Cornell Robertson, Franklin County Engineer. I'd like to start by wishing you all a happy week of Thanksgiving, as well as Infrastructure Week. It's never going to get old. Commissioners, this first resolution is for a drainage improvement in the northeast part of the county in Mifflin Township, known as Leonard Park Subdivision Drainage Improvement. This particular resolution is the second in a series of two to declare the project necessary and will allow the engineer's office to proceed with designing the improvement. Happy to answer any questions you may have.
If there are no questions, I'll move approval of resolution 91321.
Second.
Moved and seconded and voting. Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Resolution number 91321 has been adopted.
We have a public hearing. Clerk, can you please read the public hearing notice?
Resolution regarding authorizing the closing of Toy Road to through traffic, Township Road number 236, east of Centerpoint Parkway, City of Groveport, Madison Township, Franklin County, Ohio, until such time as future development warrants reopening, viewed as an engineer to file plans as necessary.
Okay, at this time, I'd like to open up the public hearing for this resolution. Is there anyone here in the audience or online who'd like to speak on this public hearing? We have no speaker slips, so seeing that there are none, I'd like to close the public hearing and have the clerk read the resolution into the record.
Resolution number 91421, authorizing the closing of Toy Road to through traffic, Township Road number 236, east of Centerpoint Parkway, City of Groveport, Madison Township, Franklin County, Ohio, until such time as future development warrants reopening, viewed engineer to file plans as necessary.
Commissioners, as stated, Toy Road is in the southeast part of the county in Madison Township. And this resolution is the second in a series of two to allow Toy Road to be closed until such time that development will allow for the widening and reconstruction of Toy Road to sufficient thickness and composition for the large semi-truck traffic that's in the area as a result of the large box developments. So I would respectfully request your approval of this resolution.
If there are no further comments or questions, I'll move approval of resolution 91421.
Second.
Moved and seconded and voting. Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Resolution number 91421 has been adopted. Resolution number 91521, report third of the Franklin County Engineer establishing sums of compensation and damages for a portion of the owners of property abutting Lockbourne Road, County Road number 13 at London Groveport Road, State Route 317, Hamilton Township, Franklin County, Ohio, in the amount of $60,842.
Commissioners, this capital improvement project is in the southeast part of the county in Hamilton Township, at the intersection of Lockbourne Road and State Route 317. This is the third report for right-of-way acquisition, includes one property. We were unable to reach an agreement, and so in working with the prosecuting attorney's office, this resolution allows us to begin the appropriations process with the filing, and we will continue to work with the property owner. Bless you.
Bless you. If there are no
Excuse me, thank
further
you.
comments or questions, I'll move approval of resolution 9/15/21.
Second.
Moved and seconded in voting, Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Resolution number 91521 has been adopted. Resolution number 91621, report forth of the Franklin County Engineer establishing sums of compensation and damages for a portion of the owners of property abutting Lockbourne Road, County Road number 13, at London Groveport Road, State Route 317, Hamilton Township, Franklin County, Ohio, in the amount of $300.
Commissioners, this resolution is for the same project in the southeast part of the county at the intersection of Lockbourne Road and State Route 317. It is the fourth report for right-of-way acquisition and is similar in that it begins the appropriation process. This particular property has two property owners, one of which has been deceased, and therefore, by starting this process, it'll allow us to work through the additional paperwork and processes to finalize it. Happy to answer any questions you may have.
If there are no further comments or questions, I'll move approval of resolution 9/16/21.
Second.
Moved and seconded in voting, Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Resolution number 91621 has been adopted. Resolution number 91721, report fifth of the Franklin County Engineer establishing sums of compensation and damages for a portion of the owners of property abutting Lockbourne Road, County Road number 13, at London Groveport Road, State Route 317, Hamilton Township, Franklin County, Ohio, in the amount of $300.
Commissioners, again, this resolution is for the capital improvement project at the intersection of Lockbourne Road and State Route 317. It is the fifth report for right-of-way acquisition and also begins the appropriation process. This particular property has two property owners, one of which thinks he owns the entire property. And so by beginning this process, it'll allow us to continue negotiating and determining the actual situation for the property. Happy to answer any questions you may have.
If there are no further comments or questions, I'll move approval of resolution 9/17/21.
Second.
Moved and seconded in voting, Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Resolution number 91721 has been adopted. Resolution number 91821, report third of the Franklin County Engineer establishing sums of compensation for a portion of the owners of property abutting the Schleppe Road Drainage and Simplified Bridge 0.97 Improvement Project, Plain Township, Franklin County, Ohio, in the amount of $600.
Commissioners, this capital improvement project is in the northeast part of the county in Plain Township along Schleppe Road. It includes drainage improvements as well as a bridge replacement. This resolution is the third report for right-of-way acquisition, includes two properties, and the amounts were based on fair market value. Happy to answer any questions you may have.
If there are no further comments or questions, I'll move approval of resolution 9/18/21.
Second.
Moved and seconded in voting, Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Resolution number 91821 has been adopted. Resolution number 91921, report 10th of the Franklin County Engineer establishing sums of compensation for a portion of the owners of property abutting the Elliott Road and Hayden Run Road Drainage Improvement Project, Brown Township and Washington Township, Franklin County, Ohio, in the amount of $967.
This drainage improvement is in the northwest part of the county, along the line between Washington Township and Brown Township. This particular resolution is the 10th report for right-of-way acquisition, includes one property, and the appraisal is based on fair market value. Respectfully request your approval.
If there are no comments or questions, I'll move approval of resolution 9/19/21.
Second.
Moved and seconded in voting, Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Resolution number 91921 has been adopted.
Thank you all very much. Have a great day.
You too.
Take care.
Prosecuting attorney?
Resolution number 92021, resolution authorizing the county administrator to execute a settlement agreement for the settlement of legal claims brought in the United States District Court, Southern District of Ohio, being case number 213-CV-0503, and authorizing the county administrator to take any additional actions necessary to effectuate the settlement.
Good morning, Commissioners. Amy Hires, Deputy Chief Counsel and Director of Litigation for the Prosecutor's Office. This resolution requests your approval of a settlement in a class action lawsuit involving a constitutional challenge to a Sheriff's Office policy that has not been enforced or effect since April of 2014. The terms of the settlement anticipate the resolution and settlement of all claims that were raised or could have been raised in the lawsuit for $2.5 million. The settlement is not an admission of liability by the county, and all terms and conditions are subject to the approval of the federal district court. If approved by the district court, this settlement would bring to a close litigation that began in March of 2013. Pending any questions, we would ask for approval of this resolution. Thank you.
If there are no comments or questions, I'll move approval of Resolution 9/2021.
Second.
Moved and seconded in voting, Commissioner O'Grady,
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 9/2021 has been adopted.
Thank you. Sheriff.
Resolution number 9/2121. Resolution supporting the Sheriff's Office to continue as lead agency in the countywide DUI task force and the approval of contracts with 19 member agencies participating on the countywide DUI task force in the amount of $224,958.35.
Good morning, Commissioners. Dave Masterson, representing Sheriff Dallas Baldwin. As mentioned in the lead-in, this resolution will approve the Sheriff's Office to continue as lead agency on the countywide DUI task force to conduct sobriety patrols and checkpoints throughout the county. The 19-member contracts will be approved are with various municipalities, townships, and villages. And pending any questions, we would ask your approval.
If there are no questions, I'll move approval of 9/2121.
Second.
Moved and seconded in voting, Commissioner O'Grady,
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce. Resolution number 9/2121 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Thank you. Board of Elections.
Resolution number 9/2221. Resolution authorizing supplemental appropriations for the reimbursement of the election-related expenses from the August special election.
Good morning, Commissioners. Antone White, Director of the Franklin County Board of Elections. And today we are requesting a supplemental appropriation to meet necessary expenses in the amount of $775,000. This amount will cover election-related expenses that were incurred for the unbudgeted August special congressional primary election that was held on August 3rd, 2021. To date, our office has received chargeback reimbursements from the state of Ohio to cover the cost for that election in the amount of $926,889.43. Pending any questions, I'd ask for your approval.
If there are no comments or questions, I'll move approval of Resolution 9/2221.
Second.
Moved and seconded in voting, Commissioner O'Grady,
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 9/2221 has been adopted.
Thanks, Antone. Your beard looks great, man.
Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
You too. Take care. Next, community partnerships.
Resolution number 9/2321. Resolution authorizing a COVID-19 recovery grant with the Center of Science and Industry to provide banded learning lunchboxes to Franklin County children in the amount of $500,000.
Good morning, Commissioners. Dana McCrary, Community Partnerships Administrator. The COVID-19 pandemic necessitated a paradigm shift in how COSI delivers formal and informal learning because the COVID-19 pandemic exacerbated inequities in vulnerable communities while expanding an already present educational gap. The Franklin County Distance Learning Initiative was a bold program started with significant investment from the Franklin County Board of Commissioners that served over 30,000 youth and families in the county in an unprecedented way from July 2020 through February 2021, helping underserved communities during the COVID-19 pandemic. One of the signature features of the Distance Learning Initiative is the Learning Lunchbox, which provided science kits alongside meal providers, subsequently feeding hungry lives and hungry minds. COSI now proposes to expand the Distance Learning Initiative by providing 15,000 banded learning lunchbox kits to children in the following grade ranges: early childhood education, kindergarten through grade 2, grades 3 through 5, and grades 6 through 8. These kits will be delivered alongside COSI's extensive human service partner network in Franklin County, including the Franklin County Human Service Chamber and other human service nonprofits, to deliver alongside their services. Specifically, kits will be delivered at food banks, homeless shelters, nonprofit organizations working to provide drug recovery services, organizations helping to overcome human trafficking, foster homes, and more. Learning lunch boxes will deliver added value to partners' critical missions that are already being executed. COSI has worked with partners such as NASA to create learning lunchbox themes and has received recognition from the National Association of Public Administrators for the exemplary use of CARES Act funds, and from the Greater Columbus Arts Council's Dale E. Heidloff Community Arts Innovation Award. Joining me this morning is Dr. Frederick Bertley, who is the president and CEO of COSI, and Dr. Bertley will share with us a little additional information about this important initiative. Are you there?
Thank you so much, everyone. Grady, Commissioner Crawley, and Administrator Wilson. Thank you for allowing me to speak today to talk about our continued partnership to help serve our great community, families, and youth. We also want to thank you for your steadfast leadership during this pandemic as we navigate our path forward. I also want to thank you, Dana McCrary, for your partnership. You've really been a leader in helping us get to this moment and beyond. As you know, this unprecedented pandemic has created many challenges for our youth, especially around learning. And this has been exacerbated the gap that we see locally, regionally, and even nationally. But our partnership is helping to close this gap. And it's because of your steadfast, generous support, we were able to create, as was mentioned, the COSI Connects program with our hands-on interactive learning lunchbox science kits. Our partnership was recognized, as was mentioned, winning several awards from the National Association of Counties to the Ohio Museums Association, and most recently, the Community Arts Innovation Award. And so we're really thrilled that this content that we're doing, Changing Lives by Feeding Hungry Minds and Feeding Hungry Lives, is having a measurable impact to be recognized. And so our hands-on science kits are really helping to accelerate learning through student engagement in the classroom, but also at home and in the community where the kiddos live, learn, and lounge. And last year, through your generous support, we were able to distribute 12,000 kits throughout the county to engage our digital COSI Connects programs, thanks to your support. And we impacted, as was mentioned, over 30,000 youth and families. So today, your support will enable us to continue to grow and expand this program and enhance it as a model for youth and community engagement all around fueling learning. So with your support, we'll now be able to distribute an additional 15,000 of these kits alongside our nonprofit human service providers and after-school partners. And it will enhance our content through grade-banded specific experiences to, again, ensure the kids don't not only backslide, but can hopefully catch up in their STEM learning. We'll also be able to provide great digital content with our mobile application, which can be used offline for those youth who do not have access to internet. And this is critical. We know that there are these mobile or internet deserts. And so our app, once you download it, you can actually use it at home without having connectivity to Wi-Fi and access our incredible library of science announce, as was mentioned, that we partnered now with NASA, the U.S. Department of Energy. We have a kit with Camille Schreier. That's Miss America 2020 of inspiring boys and girls around women in STEM. And finally, with Virgin Hyperloop as their national and international STEM education partner. So we look forward to hosting you at an event soon as we distribute these kits with many of you on this call. It's really an amazing, impactful program. And just want to thank you again for all your support. We could not do this without you. And finally, you will notice I'm wearing a Marvel cap. This Friday, COSI is
We didn't even notice
Marvel
that. We didn't even notice.
Superheroes. And I wear this in tribute to all of you because Franklin County, you all are superheroes for our kiddos and families in this great state. Thank you.
We never noticed the hat. We didn't even notice you had it on, Doc.
It's hard to spot. It's hard to spot. Commissioners, having any questions, I would request the approval of this resolution.
I do have a question before we move passage. I know that Commissioner Crawley had some questions about that. Were her questions answered? She's not here today, but I just want to make sure her questions were answered because she had mentioned to me that she had engaged on some questions.
I believe so.
Okay. Yeah, I know she was very supportive of the program, and she'd said she'd been engaged as a legislator. So I just wanted to make sure, though, her not being here, that her questions were answered because she'd asked me the questions and I couldn't answer them. So I just referred her back to you all. So I don't have any questions other than that.
Great work.
And Commissioner Boyd, President Boyce, I'm also happy our team is happy to answer any questions by email if that's helpful as well.
Yeah, thanks. I know she was very supportive of the program, and so I don't recall what the question was, to be honest with you. So, but I just wanted to make sure that someone had gotten back to her, and it was like a hallway conversation I had with her. So I'm not sure even what they were. So I don't have any issues. We'll keep moving.
Okay.
Sounds great.
Well, thank you for your time this morning.
Thanks, Doc.
Yep.
If there are no other comments or questions, I will move approval of Resolution 92321.
Second.
Moved and seconded in voting. Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Resolution number 92321 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Economic
Thank you very
Development.
much for your time and your great support.
Absolutely. Economic Development and Planning.
Resolution number 92421. Resolution authorizing the Board of Franklin County Commissioners to sign the attached discharge of mortgage instrument for Ashley Bryant at 3180 Valleywood Drive, Columbus, Ohio, 43223, in the amount of $1,000.
Good morning, Commissioners. Jenny Snap, Assistant Director, Economic Development and Planning. Ashley Bryant received on December 20th, 2012, a home loan for $1,000 on real estate commonly known as 3180 Valleywood Drive, Columbus, Ohio, 43223 from Franklin County. The requirements of the housing loan have been satisfied. The property taxes are paid in current, and I would respectfully ask the Commissioners to sign the discharge of mortgage instrument on this property.
If there are no comments or questions, I will move approval of Resolution 92421.
Second.
Moved and seconded in voting. Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Resolution number 92421 has been adopted. Resolution number 92521. Resolution authorizing the Board of Franklin County Commissioners to sign the attached discharge of mortgage instrument for Ashley Bryant at 3180 Valleywood Drive, Columbus, Ohio, 43223.
Ashley Bryant received on December 20th, 2012, a home loan for $2,640 on real estate, again commonly known as 3180 Valleywood Drive, Columbus, Ohio, 43223 from Franklin County. The requirements of the housing loan have been satisfied. The property taxes are paid and current, and I would respectfully ask that Commissioners sign the discharge of mortgage instrument on the property. And I just want to note, because the two properties are in the same name, they were different home loan programs. The first in question was the Neighborhood Stabilization Program, and this particular one was with Homeport.
Excellent.
Well, if there are no comments or questions, I will move approval of Resolution 92521.
Second.
Moved and seconded in voting. Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Resolution number 92521 has been adopted.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Thank you. Jobs and Family Services.
Resolution number 92621, resolution approving subaward agreements with multiple community agencies for Franklin County out-of-school time youth programs in the amount of $5,562,543.35.
Good morning, Commissioners. Vivian Turner, Assistant Director. In June, our agency released a new request for proposals for innovative out-of-school time youth programming that covered both traditional after-school and summer camps. In addition to focusing on academic enrichment through personalized student plans, this RFP asks bidders to incorporate curriculum centered on mental health and wellness, artistic expression, cultural awareness, career interests and exploration, technology skills, financial literacy, community involvement, and much more. A total of 24 community agencies responded to the RFP, and 21 agencies have been recommended for funding. This resolution covers agreements with 17 of those 21 community providers. The after-school program coincides with the 2021-22 academic school year and operates Monday through Friday for an average of 15 hours per week. Our summer camp programs will also operate Monday through Friday for a minimum of 6 hours per day for a period of 8 weeks, beginning in June and ending in August of 2022. Together, these providers will serve approximately 1,342 youth in after-school programming and over 1,361 youth in summer camp programs. This resolution aligns with goal number 11 of your Rise Together Blueprint Plan. And pending any questions, I request your approval.
I got one question. You said 17 of 21 applicants. Where are the other 4?
The other 4 will be on the December 7th general session, Commissioner.
Okay. Is there a reason why they weren't included?
They basically didn't get all of their completed information in time to be on the same resolution.
Excellent. Okay, thank you.
And so we weren't able to get the agreements done.
Okay, thank you.
All right, if there are no further comments or questions, I'll move approval of Resolution 92621.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Resolution number 92621 has been adopted.
Thank you, Commissioners, and have a wonderful Thanksgiving.
Thank you.
Thank you, too. It takes me a second to get back on the computer, so I gotta, Justice Policy and Programs.
Resolution number 92721, resolution authorizing receipt of a FY 2022 Victims of Crimes Act grant from the Ohio Attorney General's Office in the amount of $109,213.79.
Good morning, Commissioners. Melissa, Chief Operating Officer for the Franklin County Office of Justice Policy and Programs. Commissioners, the Office of Justice Policy and Programs, Department of Survivor Services, which includes our court-appointed Special Advocates Program, fondly loved as CASA, was awarded an FY 2022 Victims of Crime Act funding, also known as VOCA, in the amount of $87,371.02. While this amount reflects a 37% reduction over the FY 21 award, the funds will still help to offset and support administrative and operational costs and expenses of the CASA office to ensure continued support of children experiencing abuse and/or neglect. Similar to years past, VOCA does require a 20% local match. So pending any questions, we are requesting your approval to accept the FY 22 VOCA award in the amount of $87,371.02 and allocate the required 20% match totaling $21,842.77 from the general fund.
Great.
All right, if there are no comments or questions, I'll move approval of Resolution 92721.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Resolution number 92721 has been adopted. Resolution number 92821, resolution authorizing a contract extension with the Corporation for Supportive Housing to continue support of the Frequent User System Engagement Program through the Targeted Community Alternatives to Prison Grant Program in the amount of $856,459.75.
Commissioners, in 2018, the Office of Justice Policy and Programs, with assistance from the Franklin County Purchasing Office, entered into a competitively bid contract with the Corporation for Supportive Housing
Bless you.
for the development and implementation of the FUSE model, which stands for the Frequent User System Engagement. This program is supported financially through our Targeted Community Alternatives to Prison grant, and the option to extend the contract for up to 3 additional one-year periods was built in. The FUSE model was developed to better respond to justice-involved individuals cycling in and out of our jails, hospitals, and shelters, largely as a result of mental health disorders and chronic homelessness. Through supportive housing and intensive case management services, to date, our FUSE model has been able to provide support to 57 individuals, and that includes supportive housing. This contract extension will continue support of those same 57 individuals and will also allow us to increase the number housed by 18. Outcomes being monitored include a reduction in jail bed nights, housing stability, recidivism, and treatment engagement. As of our last evaluation report, which we conducted on September 30th, 2021, individuals housed for a minimum of 12 months reflected an 81% reduction in jail bed nights when comparing the 12 months prior to their program acceptance, and then again, 12 months post their program acceptance. Pending any questions, Commissioners, we would request your approval of this contract extension in the amount of $856,459.75.
If there are no further comments or questions, I'll move approval of Resolution 92821.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting, Commissioner O'Grady,
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 92821 has been adopted.
Thanks, Commissioners. Happy holidays.
You too. Thank you. Melissa, happy holidays. Next is Human Resources.
Resolution number 92921. Resolution declaring the day after Thanksgiving as an official paid holiday as an alternative to recognizing Columbus Day as a holiday.
Good morning, Commissioners. Chris Long, Deputy Administrator. As stated, this resolution recognizes the desire of the board to establish the day after Thanksgiving as a holiday in lieu of observing the second Monday in October, Columbus Day, as a holiday. Pending any questions, would recommend your approval.
I have a question. I thought we traded that day for Juneteenth.
This formalizes the ability, yes, Commissioner, going back last year, this board recognized Juneteenth as a holiday. That was prior to the federal and state government recognizing Juneteenth as a holiday. So at that time that you acted, before anyone else had acted, that resolution established Juneteenth as a holiday and going forward used Columbus Day as the alternative to recognizing Juneteenth. Now that the federal and state government have acted, Juneteenth is a standalone holiday and is recognized at the county and state and federal level. Therefore, going forward, we're able to recognize the day after Thanksgiving and utilize Columbus Day as opposed to that. And one last piece, Commissioner, because Juneteenth had already passed last year when you made your determination of recognizing Juneteenth going forward, in 2020, Columbus Day was recognized as the day after Thanksgiving Day, and in 2021, it was intended that Columbus Day would need to be utilized to recognize Juneteenth as a holiday. But since President Biden and Governor DeWine then acted, it now opened up the opportunity to utilize, if you desire, Columbus Day to be recognized as a day after Thanksgiving.
But, okay. So we are recognizing Columbus Day, or we're just using the...
We're using it in
replacing
lieu
it.
of.
I just want to make sure, because you said so we're replacing it.
Yes, in lieu of. So the revised code 32519 permits an appointing authority to establish alternative vacation or holiday dates. And so we're using that authority in the code. So we're recognizing Columbus Day, but on the day after Thanksgiving.
I think
So
I
we're
understand.
in, this year, we were, county offices were open on Columbus Day.
Right. I just thought we had jettisoned Columbus Day altogether from our...
It's not a day off anymore.
Last year.
But
Oh,
But that's what I'm trying to understand, because it says, she said we're recognizing Columbus Day as a holiday as the day after Thanksgiving. So are you saying we're replacing it?
Replacing it, yes, I
Okay, 'cause
apologize.
Yeah, because that's different.
Yes.
Okay, replacing it is different. So that's.
Yes, I
the
apologize for
clarification.
that
Thank you,
terminology.
Commissioner O'Grady, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We good?
Yes, sir.
All right. Then I will move approval of Resolution 02921.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting, Commissioner O'Grady,
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 92921 has been adopted.
Thank you. Next, purchasing.
Resolution number 93021. Resolution approving purchases for various Franklin County agencies in the amount of $1,163,253.59.
Good morning, Commissioners. Megan Perry Valinier, Director of Purchasing, presenting with Marlise Ryan, Economic Equity Administrator in the Office of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. Commissioners, this resolution requests your approval of 82 purchase orders for which the County Auditor has pre-certified available funding. Marlise this morning has the small and emerging business enterprise PO data for you. Good morning, Marlise.
Good morning, Megan. Good morning, Commissioners. We have for your approval 3 out of 10 eligible purchase orders being presented to award to one women business enterprise, one minority business enterprise, and one LEDE enterprise, totaling $121,605.75, which compares to 30% of the eligible purchase order value and 90% of the eligible purchase order dollar value. The following agencies have increased supplier diversity within Franklin: Public Facilities Management, Job and Family Services, and Domestic Relations and Juvenile Court.
Commissioners, pending any questions, we respectfully request your approval of this resolution.
If there are no questions, I'll move approval of Resolution 93021.
Second.
Moved and seconded in voting. Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Resolution number 93021 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you, too. Next is Board of Commissioners.
Resolution number 93121. Resolution authorizing a second amendment to the development agreement among the county, the City of Columbus, Crew SC Stadium Company LLC, the Confluence Community Authority, and Crew SC Development Company LLC for the support of parking facilities at and modifications to the public infrastructure project to Astor Park, formerly Confluence Village.
Good morning, Commissioners. Zach Telerik with the Office of Management and Budget. This resolution would authorize the Second Amendment to memorialize items related to the parking facility, the riverfront project, the mixed-use development, the pedestrian bridge, and the power line relocation project that were initially contemplated in the First Amendment, but this is required to memorialize the agreements between the city and the developer. Frost Brown Todd has reviewed the agreement and has confirmed that this amendment does not impose any new or amended terms on the county or its obligations under the original agreement or the First Amendment. Pending any questions, would ask your approval of this resolution.
If there are no further comments or questions, I'll move approval of Resolution 93121.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Resolution number 93121 has been adopted. Resolution number 93221. Resolution to recognize both the historical and ongoing financial assistance to the Columbus Zoological Park Association by the provision of levy proceeds, and further to reaffirm the contractual obligation and sole authority of and in faith the appointed board to authorize expenditure of the levy funds provided to the association for the provision and maintenance of zoological park services and facilities.
Good morning, Commissioners. Have a little frog in my throat, so I'll try to do my best. This resolution is both a historical resolution as well as an affirmation of what was put forth before this body a number of years ago. As you know, the Board of Commissioners is the entity that has the authority to place a levy on the ballot for purposes of funding the zoo. In November of 2015, this board approved a levy to be placed on the ballot, and it was passed. Over the years, there's been, over the last 6 years, there has been $113.7 million given to the zoo through these levy funds. As part of the controls that were put in place, this body, as well as Columbus, City of Columbus, set forth a plan to create an appointed board. This board would consist of 6 members appointed by the Board of Commissioners, 6 members appointed by the City of Columbus, and also 6 members that would be appointed by the Columbus Zoological Association. This is a separate body that has control over these levy funds. This resolution sets forth and reaffirms the authority that was put forth in a binding contractual agreement with the Columbus Zoological Association to allow this appointed board to approve any expenditure related to these levy funds. We are here today to make sure the public understands that and to reaffirm what was put forth in that binding agreement. If you have no further questions, we ask for you to approve it.
Well said. Thank you.
Thank you, Janine. I'll move approval of resolution 93221.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting, Commissioner O'Grady,
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 93221 has been adopted.
Thank you. Are there any journalizations?
There are not, Commissioner.
Okay, that concludes our meeting. Thank you so much, everyone. Great day. Great holiday as well.
And from the
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.